Hey guys, ILene Vick here for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. It is Tuesday, April 16th at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I am live. It is week 16 of 2024, and in my neck of the woods, it is currently 74 degrees with a high of 82 and a low of 61. Welcome, welcome, welcome to my broadcast. I'm here for the next 3 hours for coloring, companionship, chat, friendship, giggles and laughs, and most importantly, the what, the how, and the why of adult coloring. What I'm doing, how I'm doing it, and the how, the what, and the why, and why I'm doing it. Had to think there for a second. Hello, say Chris. All right. So let me get my paper towel ready here. Welcome to my YouTube peeps who come in and chat with me. That is always fun. Welcome to my YouTube peeps who watch this broadcast after the fact. And welcome to my Facebook peeps who watch this broadcast when I post it in my group, Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. All right. So let me get my other monitor set up here. Hello, Mamie. All right. The gang is slowly falling in the door. Mamie, how's the world treating you today? And guys, while we're thinking of it, don't forget to click that like button. We might as well get that out of the way. Okay, so the projects that I'm working on, the first one is a duet, which means it's a freebie that I give to you. This is from Beauty Mark Beauty's Jubilee, and every single young lady in there has a beauty mark. And we've been, at the request of one of my peeps, we've been working gel pens. Now, obviously, I couldn't do gel pen on the face. That had to be done with conventional pencil. Hello, Darlene. I'm going to say hello, Darlene Dutch. Happy Tuesday, happy Tuesday, happy Tuesday, happy Tuesday to one and all. Hello, Emily. Oh, Mamie, so sorry. Your husband came home Friday really sick with a bad cold, and Sunday you got sick, feeling a little rough. Oh, no. We'll curl up and sit back and relax. Mamie, so glad to see you, Mamie. Oh, Chris, yeah. There you go. Hello, Dee. Of course, during this broadcast, Dee, I'll have to call you Chris. Or say Chris. Say Chris. There you go. Oh, and Mamie, just for clarification, it's Moggie, Moggie. Okay, so that's the first image that I'm working on. And then the second one is from Adult Coloring Book by Tatiana Stilova. Chris, I'm so glad you could make it. And I use washi tape on this. Okay. I think this is turning out to be a really neat piece. Not according to your keyboard and autocorrect. Oh, Moggie's used to it, I'll tell you. No worries. Hello, kitty. Okay, so don't forget to get your paper towel. You want to put that underneath your hand. Say cheese. Chihuahuas. Chihuahua. Which reminds me, I just watched Mars Attack again. It's got a little Chihuahua dog in it. That is the most ridiculous movie, but it's fun. Okay. Oh, Mamie, you're watching on your larger iPad and you don't have it trained yet. Oh, you guys are funny. You really are. Okay, so we were working on the flowers here. We're getting these little puppies taken care of. Haven't done the centers yet. I'm going to work on these little poofy things. So Dee, I'll try really hard to call you Dee. So I'll either call you Say Chris if I forget or call you Dee. Oh, it's just I got so many names, you know. Yeah. People contact me all the time. So Dee, did you get this image downloaded so you could copy color with us? All right, let me get my scrap pad out here. Well, all right. Let's go with Chris. And Chris, I'm happy you're here as well. Chris, the images are available in my group, Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick on Facebook, as you know. Maggie, could you do me a favor? Get Chris's screen name on Facebook and send her this image, please. I would appreciate that. Chris, I assume that you have a printer. Well, Mamie, we want you to know that we care about you. Tell hubby that we were asking about him. Thank you, Maggie. Chris, Maggie's going to work with you. Chris, Maggie's going to work with you, so tell her your screen name on Facebook so she can contact you. Or the other way to do it would be better, Chris, is that Maggie's such an unusual name. Do a search on Facebook. It's Maggie Russell. Of course, M-O-G-G-I-E. You see Maggie Russell right in front of you. Contact her on Facebook, Chris, and she'll get you the image. She may have already looked you up. Okay, so we've got these three little flowers to do. Linda, the three amigos. Uno, dos, tres. Hello, Michelle. Excuse me. Got so excited I had to blow my nose. Wally, how are you doing? Linda, does Wally hear my broadcast? Michelle, how are you today? Okay, so I'm going to use a water-based marker because we really haven't talked about using markers with grayscale. So we'll go ahead and start that in. Oh, Michelle fell asleep on her recliner. Hi, Wally. Now, don't forget that you take your finger and you just touch this when you put your water marker down. You get just a little bit of time to blend it into the page and soften it. And then I'm going to come in with a lighter blue. So guys, Wally is Linda's husband. And the really neat thing is he saw a project that we were doing, a bowl full of candy. It was grayscale. And he decided that he wanted to color it along with us. And he did a really good job. I was impressed. Look how cute that flower looks. So we've used gel pen, we've used pencil, and we've used marker on this. And I think it's turning out beautifully. All right, let's do our other one. I'm on the right-hand side of the little girl, our left. Well, Linda, promise me that when Michelle wakes up to tell her I said hello. Let me go ahead and do the other one while I'm here with my marker. Now, just be sure when you use water-based markers on grayscale, don't get too dark with them. You'll have to play it by ear. So Chris, how long have you been doing adult coloring? And where are you from? I'm in Tennessee. Now, Chris, just so that you know, don't hesitate to ask questions. That's why I'm live. And if I say something that you don't understand, ask. Okay, and then I'm going to go back up to the top, and I'm going to use a light green on that stem. I'm actually using a gel pen on there. And while I've got my green gel pen in hand, I'm going to go ahead and pop that color into these centers. Okay, now I've got a little stem over here. And then I'm going to go ahead and use the same green in the center of my blue. And in the center of the yellows, the yellow and the pink. Hi, Julie. Okay, and let's go down to our two flowers down here. We'll pop in that green. Now, the reason that I'm using green and using it with everything is we've got a lot of colors going on, and we've talked about this before. I like to go ahead and not use too much of a color variance when you've got something that's relatively busy. So I'm going to go ahead and enhance this green. I was off camera. Okay, Emily, thank you. Now, this is with gel pen. And I want you to notice that the green is different than the green that I used on the leaves here. Okay, let me slide over here, same thing. I am by her right ear. Let me pull out so you can see the effect. Isn't that cool? Who's coloring this with me tonight? And if you're not coloring it with me tonight, what are you coloring? Linda, you're coloring with me tonight? Oh, Mamie, you're coloring tonight. Mamie usually just watches and then she watches the playback the next day. Okay, we've got two little flowers here. Now, I want to carry the red down a little more. Hi, Sarah. So let's go ahead and do the one that's to the right of our little girl. Here's my darker red. And then I'm going to come in with a pink. Now, the reason that I didn't use gel pen on this is because I wanted that blending ability. And look how pretty that is. Oh, Linda, you know that girl with the, painting in the kitchen? Oh my gosh, you really outdid yourself. I'm glad you guys enjoyed that. Okay, let's go over to our other flower, dangling flower. Same thing. Now, remember when you bring in your pencil, especially your dark colors, you color like you're coloring on a balloon. You don't want to pop that balloon, right? You guys have got to get out of the habit of pounding in your pencils. And then we'll come back and I'm running my light pink over everything. Yeah, that little girl in the kitchen was really pretty. And if you look closely at that kitchen, you'll notice it's an old-fashioned kitchen. Okay. Now, I'm going to go back to my green area here that I did just a moment ago with my gel pen. I wanted to get that flower around it so you can see the context. And I'm going to take a Payne's Gray. And I'm very lightly going to define these edges. So again, this is another sample of using colored pencil over gel pen. All right, and let's get up on that little area here in the hair. And notice that I brought that dark gray up into my flower a little bit. Check it out. Now, I'm going to take a little bit of my gray as well, and I'm going to very lightly go around the outside of the center of this flower. And that gives us better definition. Same thing with the one up here. And same thing with the one to her right. It's all about dimension and detail, isn't it? Okay. Questions, comments? Again, guys, if you're new, don't hesitate to ask questions. Oh, hold on. Even if you're not new. Okay. So, I'm going to make the little girl's hair black. And the reason that I'm doing that is because I want this contrast with the flowers. Somebody tell me how we color black hair. Okay, let's get our other color here. Black, blue, and gray. Correct. All right, let me go ahead and swatch these. Oh, Michelle. Hi, Michelle. Michelle woke up. Let me swatch these colors. Prismacolor black. That's my Fav black. Then a medium gray. Then a lighter gray. And then I'll be adding a dark blue at the end. Whoop. All right, let's see here. Somebody tell me why we add the blue. Okay, we're good on the blue. Now, we have lots of leeway here up in this hair at the top to really make it look dimensional. When the artist did this hair, hi Thomas. When the artist did the hair, they just did the lines in it. They didn't do any real shading on it. So we get to play with that. Mamie says a blue sheen to black hair. That's right. Because black hair has shades of blue in it. Now, you don't see that blue, you just see the result of it. Hi, Darlene. Guys, this is Darlene Monsma, and she's the one that had asked that I do a coloring with gel pens, aka Dutch. Darlene, I was wondering when you were going to pop in. Thomas, I was wondering where you were. You said you were going to come in tonight when I started. Okay, so we're starting our black hair. With our darkest colors near the ends. Oh, Darlene, you were here for the last 15 minutes. You said hello. I didn't see it. You're right. Okay, now we have one or two ways that we can do this. Oh, okay, Thomas, I just wanted to make sure because you said that you wanted to be here when I started. 6 o'clock your time. Okay, now we can do this hair one of two ways. I can just bring this darker black up to a certain point, and then my medium, and then my light, or we can go ahead and work up the individual strands. So I've decided to do the individual strands. However, I did start the hair at the darkest on the ends. So we've got a hybrid going on. And then I'm going to bring in my medium. Now notice with my dark, I identified our strands. Oh, Thomas, actually you're about 40 minutes late. But that's okay. So Darlene tells me that she's happy with what I'm doing with the gel pens, and she also said that she never thought about using the combo of the gel pens with colored pencil. Sounds good, Thomas. Chris, are you still here? And then I'm going to come in with my light. Oh, okay, so you've used the two together before, okay. But I've inspired you to go it more often and use many mediums within a picture. Oh, okay, good, 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 good. Okay, this is my lightest color. And notice how I'm using my lightest pencil to what? Blend. Isn't that beautiful? Let me pull out. Now, I want you to notice that because I did these individual strands in black, that gives us a lot more definition to the hair. How much water do I drink every day? 2 very large glasses, if not more. Actually, it's probably more like 3. Okay, now this is my darkest color, my black. And I want you to notice through the magic of colored pencils that the black that I put down before this is still showing through. And I also am going to remind you that when you put black over gray, that changes the shade of the black. Right? And notice how I'm using repetitive stroke. That was quick, Linda. I'm using repetitive stroke on my individual hair strands. All right, let me pull out again. And I'm going to finger blend this. What's my next color, guys? The blue. That's right, Emily. Don't retype that. I know what you meant. Also known as Bly, B-L-Y-E. Or Bow, B-O-U-E. All right. Now, I'm keeping my blue, that's right, dark blue. I'm keeping my blue on my black. Don't put it on your gray. And what that blue does is that it gives a rich looking black. But that blue should never, ever, ever show up. Remember, you want to see the effect, the result, not the color itself. That's right, Thomas. Excellent. Okay. Now, I'm going to use just a little bit of black on the eyebrow and then come in with my gray. And I'm using that gray to blend in the black. That's right, Thomas. Dark blue, not to be confused by regular blue. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and start on the other parts of the hair. Here's my black, my medium gray, and my light gray. Darlene, is this helping you? Then I'm coming in with my black around the ear. And we're going to do the same type of thing that we did on the bangs. Don't forget to turn your pencil. When you do that little lift move, you turn your pencil. You want to do everything you can to keep it out of the sharpener. Now, once again, I'm following the darkest part of the hair with my black. Do not pound in your pencil because remember, you've got to blend this. If you come in too hard with your black, you're going to make it more difficult to blend. Any question about that? Thomas, use the darkest blue that you can find. Thomas, are you coloring this piece with us? And I don't know what HAB is. What is that? Isn't that beautiful? Okay. Now, these little areas here, that have the shadow, that's where your black's going to really come in handy. See the shadow area underneath this curl? I'm having way too much fun with this. Any question on these curls? All right, let's go back up. Catch these other areas. Thomas, what is HAB? Now, remember how I've told you not to go brain dead when you're coloring. And what that means is, as you're coloring, if you see a little touch that you want to add, oh, H&B is the pencil brand you got off Amazon. Okay, gotcha. All right, let me pull out. Going to add a few more touches of my black out here. Oh, your Aunt Penny got them for you. You have so many coloring book supplies, you want to believe it. Okay, good. Did you tell your Aunt Penny that you found a great group? Okay, now I'm going to come in with my medium gray. And this is where you need to start scoping out where your light areas are going to be. So on this curl here, see this light area? This is where we do our individual coloring of our curls. So here's my light. Now I'm going to come back with my dark. I just want to define that a little bit more. And remember, now that we're putting the dark over other colors, it's going to change that black. That's the fun part. Okay, medium gray right here. And then my light. This is my light. Good night, kitty. Here's my light areas up at the top. And check out how it blends beautifully. Now, right now that looks pretty streaky, doesn't it? Chris, hair is not hard at all. By the way, I have a favor to ask you, Chris. If you step away from the broadcast, please do a BRB, be right back. That way I know. Chris, did Maggie get you the picture? All right, let's move down. Thank you, Maggie. Don't forget, guys, turn your pencils. And then I'm going to go back along the side with my medium pencil. And a little bit of the light. We're going to use 2 shades of pencil of color on this hair, on these strands. Here's my light. Here's my medium. If it helps you, put your light color on first and then come back with your medium. Let me pull out. Check it out. Hi, Brittany. Okay. I need to add a little more water to my cup. Okay, and again, what's wrong with this hair section right here? Somebody tell me. And I already mentioned it once. Blending, that's right, Mamie. It's not blended properly, it's streaky. You don't want streaky hair. So I'm going to use my medium pencil to start blending all of that together. And I'm doing it very, very lightly. You want that hair to be very smooth. Now, sometimes I blend with my medium pencil, sometimes I blend with my light. Sometimes I feel like a nut, sometimes I don't. Now again, I'm not pile driving my pencils. Yep, that's one of my sayings, is blend like you're coloring on a baby's bottom. Blend like you're coloring on a balloon. And of course, notice how I'm coloring in the direction of the hair. Now, check this out. This is blended here. This is not. Look at the difference. Isn't that beautiful? Somebody tell me the definition of blending, of a proper blend. When one color what? Okay, Sarah. Let me pull out. Everything is blended except this one curl, and I wanted you to see the difference. Okay, Thomas, that's part of the answer. When one color goes into the next, but it goes into the next a certain way. Seamlessly disappears, that's right. When one color seamlessly disappears into the next color. See how spiky that looks with that dark color? And I'm going to come back with my black and redefine that curl just a little bit more. Yep, Thomas, you almost had it. That's right. A for effort. All right, let's take a look at this. Now, I'm going to do two things. The first thing is I'm going to take my black and I'm going to shade around the outside of this curl right here. See it? So I'm darkening those edges to make that curl stand out. Everybody see how that's happening? And then I'm going to do the same over here. And notice how the curls are starting to pop up a little more. Isn't that beautiful? Any question? And then I'm going to come up here and get on top of this curl, this one right here. And darken around it. What's my next step, guys? Everybody see now how these curls are more defined. Somebody tell me what my next step is. All right, Sarah, thank you. Guys, what's my next step? My next step is to add my darkest blue. And remember, your darkest blue only goes on your black. All right, let's take a look at this. Isn't that beautiful? Well, Sarah, I'm glad you're that relaxed. Any questions? Okay, I'm going to switch over to my next project. Guys, please don't forget to hit that like button. I think we got a very pretty looking girl, don't you? I'm going to color one more segment though before I do that. Only because it's bugging me to see it sitting there without any color on it. Yeah, Darlene, her hair is turning out beautifully. So you went downstairs, came back, and wow. All right. So let me do this little swatch of hair that's next to her face on this side. So I'm starting with my darkest color. Yeah, I'll show you that cover when I switch projects, Thomas. Here's my medium. Here's my light. Let me pop over to her eyebrow for a minute because that's bugging me too. Here's my medium. And here's my light. Darlene, I'm glad you're enjoying it. And notice how I'm blending that in. Okay. Let's go back to the hair right next to the face. So I've got my darkest color now, and I'm going to start bringing that down from the top. And then we're going to catch this little area in between the flowers. So we have our darkest area right here. Underneath that little swatch of hair. Darlene, I have a second monitor, actually. All I have to do is look up. And then I'm going to come in with my light. But yeah, it takes skill. Okay, I don't want to ignore you guys. Thomas, you tried to find that book last night on Amazon. Okay. Darlene, we'll just call it a developed skill. All right, so there's my dark, here's my medium. I love it. Hold on, I got to extend my eraser a little bit. Got a little bit of my black on the ear there, and that's bugging me. So now I've got to go ahead and replace that ear color. Because if I don't, that'll bug me too. Let me go back to my second ear here. I just want to balance that out just a little bit. All right, now I'll pull out. Questions? You can see how this is beautifully coming together. I'm just tweaking a little bit with my lightest gray. Is everybody clear now about blending the hair? Let me pull out. Check it out. Next project. Oh, not quite yet. My dark blue. And remember, you only want to add that blue on the black, right? There you go. And notice how doing that blue around the hair where I did the shading, that really enhances the black. And that, of course, is the whole idea. Any questions? By the way, is anybody having any problems staying connected? Do me a favor and just say here, H-E-R-E. Maggie, Linda, Mamie. Okay, thank you. Isn't that beautiful? My numbers are telling me there's only one in the room, and I know that that's wrong. So something wonky's going on. Okay, obviously we need to do the other side of the hair, but I need to get on this second project. Thomas, are you still here? Thomas, this is the book. Adult Coloring Pages by Tatiana Stilova. And Thomas can pick up that information if he's not here. Okay. So last night I colored in the cat, the horse, did some shading on the washi tape on the quilt. Thomas, did you see that I showed you the book? Now I'm going to take a little bit of Payne's Gray. And I'm going to add a little bit of a shadow to the body of the cat. And that means we need to color over our washi tape. Thomas, you got the screenshot. Okay, you're welcome. And I'm also going to add a little bit of the shading over the arm because the arm is laying over the top of the face. And then I'm going to add a little bit of gray. As the shadow around the outside of the head. Yeah, Thomas, we can see you. Now, notice how this gray is making our cat look dimensional. Now, when you go over your washi tape with your pencils, you got to be careful that you don't peel it up. In other words, I'm not going back and forth on the edges of my washi tape. Just like with my knife, I'm going towards the outside. Okay. Now, one little color correction that I'm going to make is I realize that I actually colored the paw like an ear. So I'm going to erase out that pink. And come back with the brown. There we go. And I'm going to erase out the brown. And I'm going to add a little bit of pink. All right, everything is right with the world again. My boo-boo. Maggie, did I mess you up? Okay, let's get to these, whatever these are over here. Darlene, good night. I am so glad you stopped by. Okay. Water-based marker. Yeah, Maggie, I just, the ear is on top and then the paw is underneath. Let me show you real quick. Here's the ear. I made it the paw, and I made this the ear. So on the ear, I added a little bit of pink. And I just rounded the eyes a little bit more. Okay. I'm assuming that these are pillows. Some kind of pillow. So, water-based markers, grayish blue. Now remember, if you overlap your marker, it's going to go dark on you, or darker. So just like with alcohol marker, We need to be consistent with how we apply it. Okay, now, for sake of continuity, I'm also going to color this other pillow. Oh, wait a minute. We got to do this little edge here. I'm also going to blend that a little bit with my finger. Look how pretty that's looking. All right. And then we'll get that little corner. Okay, and back to our first pillow. Pretty good. And then on my second pillow, I'm going to go ahead and blue in the scallops. Okay, Thomas, thank you. Now, I want you to notice that when I lift my water-based marker, it leaves a little dot of color, darker color. That's why I just press on this once. I don't move my finger at all. It just gets that little extra droplet of moisture from the color. Okay. Now, we've got some button loops here. I'm going to come in with my black pen. And I'm going to use my black pen to highlight the little button thread. Okay. Lighter blue. And notice that I'm taking an extra pass with my marker. And then I'm going to use that same blue and then I'm going to come in, let's see, I want to come in with a gold color, and my markers aren't cutting it. So I'm going to pop in with pencil. There we go. And I don't want you to forget that you can use pencil right next to marker. Now that little spot right there, that's something that the paper kicked up at me. And I can't really blend it out with my marker. Look how pretty this gold and this blue look together. Now a little bit of the marker has spread over on the gold. I'll address that in a little bit. And the lesson there is wait long enough for your marker to dry. That's a little hard for me to do sometimes when I'm broadcasting because of the time constraint to get something done. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and add that gold to the top panel. Again, I'm using colored pencil. How pretty is that? Now, I want to add a little bit of a fold in here. So I'm going to add some darker lines. Check it out. Remember, guys, you want to entertain the viewer of your piece with detail. And I'm also going to take my pencil and notice how I am shadowing around the outside. Now, you can either use a slightly darker pencil, or you can go ahead and use your same pencil as long as you get the desired effect. And if you're fighting to get that desired effect, use a darker pencil. Isn't that beautiful? Let me pull out. Now, one of the things that you know from watching me that I like to do oh, hopefully my dog will be okay. Southern Miss Bell was telling me about her. What did she tell you? Okay. Darker gold along the edge. We just want to get a little bit of that dimension in there. Check it out. Basically what's going on with Vicky is she's old. She's like 17 years old and she's having problems with her back legs. Well, she's having problems walking, and I have to carry her a little more in some areas. She's having problems with stairs, so I carry her up the stairs. But thank you, she's doing fine. Okay. Now, I'm going to put some stitch marks on here. Because I want to what? Make this piece extra special. Oh, Thomas, I don't think you could say anything that you'd regret. And then we're going to go on the other side here. And then I'm going to go through and highlight our stitch lines. Well, hello, Dana. Shondelmeyer. Did I pronounce that correctly? Yes, I'm playing a soundtrack. I like to have it for background chimes, bird sounds, frogs. And the red thing that I'm using, Thomas, you won't hurt my feelings. Oh, good, I pronounced it correctly. Good. And the red thing that I'm using, or the pink thing that I'm using, is an electric eraser. Okay, let me pull out. Yeah, they are singing. It is that time of year. Wait until the cicadas come out. That ought to be fun. Oh, you've never seen an electric eraser. All right, I will show you the detail in a moment. Dana, how long have you been coloring? Maybe it's a time to put her out of her misery. Just a suggestion. Well, Thomas, she's able to walk around on her own. She's just having problems with stairs. She's not in any pain at all. And I am making it a point to monitor her closely. Oh, Dana, I'm with you. I love the cicadas. And Thomas, you did not hurt my feelings. Trust me. All right, let me pull out. Okay, Dana. Now, first of all, this is tape that I put on my electric eraser, and the reason that I put it on is because it I marked it as the bottom of my eraser. And this is the button on the top. And it's got these little eraser tips in it. Now, mine has duct tape on it because, let me show you. This little thing here goes into the end of the sharpener, and this is plastic, unfortunately, and it tends to get a little bit soft after a while, just over time. So you put that in there, and then you erase with it. So Dana, you colored as a child. One of your favorite things to do. You just took an alcohol ink marker class at local crafting shop. Oh good, and you have colored pencils and alcohol markers. Excellent. No, Thomas, you didn't upset me at all. So Dana, you need to learn how to color properly. You're finding it quite challenging. Okay, well, Dana, you've come to the right spot. Dana, where do you live? What part? I assume you're in the U.S.? So I'm going to put a light green in here. Okay, you're in Pittsburgh. So you are on what, Eastern Standard Time? And then I'm going to come in with a slightly darker green on the outside. Dana, how did you find out about my group? About my broadcast? Okay, so Dana, if you want to be here for the full broadcast, I start up at 7 p.m. Central, which is 8 p.m. your time. And I broadcast for 3 hours. And then you can find the replay here on YouTube, of course. And in my group on Facebook, Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm using water-based markers, and I'm putting in my base colors. And Dana, also, I always give away a coloring page that I call a duet. Dana, join my group on Facebook. Okay, notice that I'm putting the green in between here. A small world, isn't it? Okay, and since I'm using glitter pens, oh, Dana, absolutely. And I'll show you something along those lines in a minute. So now I've got my glitter pen, my gel pen. Day trade, there you are. And then I'm going to do the other side here. And guys, please don't forget, please click that. Oh, you just got home. I figured you were running late. Well, Day Trade, I'm really glad that you popped in anyway. Okay, Dana, I'm going to show you something with these markers. Guys, hit that like button for me. That's the only thing I ask from you. Thank you, Day Trade. Okay, now I'm going to come back with pink gel pen. Brittany, what she means is she already hit that like button for me. Okay, let's get this last set here of triangles. And then Dana, I want to show you something with markers and colored pencil. Okay. And I need to pop back to these buttons for 1 second because I noticed that when I colored the main part here, I didn't color behind the little area here on the button. Oh, Dana, you'd like my coloring book that I did about horses. But we need to get you up to speed first. Okay. All right, that's the way to go, pup and horses. Okay, Dana. You were talking about mixing markers with pencil. And what I'm going to do to show you how that's done, see this area down here with the blue? That was done with marker. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take pencil and I'm going to shade the edge here, and that's going to give us our dimension. Now, when we're shading something, we just don't draw a dark line. We put in our color, which you're never going to see if I don't get into the right area. There you go. We put in our color and then we blend it out, which means we get lighter and lighter towards the center. And remember, anything that's darker looks further away. Dana, see how I'm doing that? So we start with our darker pencil on the line. And then we get lighter and lighter as we go towards the center. The marker that I used in this case was water-based. And then I'm going to blend that with my finger. Let me pull out. Dana, see how you get your depth with this? And the key is the blending. Oh yeah, blending with your finger is a great way to blend because the heat from your hand helps. I got a little over enthusiastic with my blue right here. And then using my pencil, Dana, no. Dana, it's not a beginner's problem. What it is I make it a point to zoom in so people can see mechanically what I'm doing. And then when I zoom out, you see the effect. So that has nothing to do with beginners. And Dana, as far as blending with your fingers, of course, you just make sure that your fingers are clean. Sometimes I use my fingers, sometimes I use a blending stump, sometimes I use a blending pencil. It just depends on the effect that I want. And I want you to notice that as I'm doing this center section now is looking like it is bowed outwards. And why is that? Because it's the lightest. Well, Dana, as you watch, you'll learn about shading. Okay, and I'm running over time. Let me pull out. Check it out. Now, the view, Dana, that you're seeing now is the normal view that somebody would see looking at a coloring. In other words, you don't put your nose on the paper to look at the detail. But again, I zoom in so people can see what I'm doing. My goal is to color the what I'm doing, the how I'm doing, and why I'm doing it. Okay, so this is our second project that I've been working on for you because I always work on two. I still have the second pillow to shade and our little lamb toy. And then our first project, Dana, which you missed, this is from my own coloring book, Beauty Mark Beauty's Jubilee. And I'm always giving away freebies as a duet piece. And this is where I suggest that people download it and print it out and color it with me. Dana, do you have a printer? And tonight I was covering how to do black hair. So the neat thing is, Dana, if you can start attending, You'll learn how to do black hair because I'll be doing that tomorrow night. You have a printer. Okay, Dana, become a member of my group. And whenever I'm ready to do a new project, I put up a graphic that says breaking news and then I supply the image. Okay guys, calling it an evening. Yeah, again, if you're here tomorrow night, you'll see how I do the highlights. Okay, you joined the Facebook group. Excellent. Dana, is it under your name? Will we find you under Dana Schondelmeyer? Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining me. This is ILene Vick for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. Guys, joyous, joyous coloring. Hi, LSP. Don't forget, guys, I start at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Dana, I'll be doing this side of the hair so you can see that. Thank you for joining me, guys. Joyous, joyous coloring. Have a great rest of the evening. I'll see you tomorrow night, same time, same place. Love on each other. That's what my group is known for. I'm running just a little bit late tonight. Just figure out the time difference in each zone. Okay, guys. Take care. Love you. And we'll see what kind of trouble we can get into tomorrow night. That's what I meant to say, tomorrow night. Okay, guys. Take care. Bye.